Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper One. I want to talk about where we're going as a nation. Currently, they just passed the next stimulus bill, and that's number 3, I believe. So use your money wisely. I think it's $1,400 per person. It's sort of an insult because if you take $1.9 trillion divided by how many people are in the United States, we're getting crumbs. They're throwing us some crumbs. A lot of that money is going to democratic social programs, a lot to liberal cities, and we're going to have to pay for it. Well, we'll actually never pay for it. I think we'll crash before that time, or our money will be hyperinflated, but we'll pay for it. So use that money very wisely. Pay off debt, put up supplies, become more self-sufficient. Anything to make you a producer. So if you can buy something that you can produce a good or service, use your money wisely. We're so divided in this country. Our government is trying to right wrongs that were done a long time ago. Stuff that was done before myself or you were even born. And I hate the division. Part of this new $1.9 trillion, I think it's $5 billion going to African American farmers or people that want to become farmers. And it's Hispanics, I guess they call it socially disadvantaged farmers, are having their debt totally wiped out. And some are actually getting 20% of their debt to be used then for the tax liability because their debt was wiped out. I find that very insulting. Federal money going purely because of the color of your skin, and none of us had anything to do with picking the color of our skin. None of us. So it's just another divisive. I'd hate to be a white farmer that's struggling too, and you look across and you see a black farmer having all his debt wiped out. That's going to create so much animosity. It's just more division in this country. I'd rather that money go to the people that need some relief. I hate just to erase our debt totally. Maybe kill their interest rate, take it to 0 for a few years, do something to help them. But that money is actually taxpayer money, and all of us will pay for it. But our government does not have no value of the dollar. They have no idea what it takes to go out there and work hard and make a little bit of money. And then they tax us. And I know of some people that get taxed really high. And they're not really super wealthy, but they are taxed. And there's other people that I know, just a neighbor not far from here. I think there's 5 adults, and not a single one of them have a job. But every one of them gets a nice check every month. And they're more than capable of working. They're just lazy, and their mindset is not work. Let the government pay for everything I have. And that is one reason why I'll be glad when the system crashes. Yes, you heard it here. Crash, totally crash, fall apart. So we can revalue work. If you want to sit on your butt, I hope you starve to death, because I'm not going to help you. Now, there's a few people I will help. Widows, handicapped people, people that genuinely not work. They have nothing wrong with them. Those people we are commanded to help. Widowers, widows, anyone that is incapable of working, we are supposed to help. But there are millions upon millions upon millions of people that don't value work. And it's sometimes up to 5 generations that they've been on welfare, on public assistance. It's creating a division. People that work hard, that pay their taxes, and those that live just as well as we do, and sometimes better. I've seen people using food stamps buying better steaks than I will ever buy. And it just causes division. I don't know what we're in for, but every day the news is getting worse. Our debt is getting higher. Things are becoming more expensive. So you need to prepare. I've been preaching to you guys for like 10 years. Hopefully you are. Hopefully you're getting your things in order. I hear a lot of things about preppers creating mags or groups, and they're great. But I know of a lot of groups that have members far apart, 5, 10, 20, 15 miles. And they worry about a worst case. Let's take an EMP, a worst case event. It is not going to be these people that come help you, because they're going to be at their own house. And even if you could contact them with a ham radio or something and say, hey, I need your help right now, and someone's 10 miles away, and it is a raw event, total social collapse, what you're asking them to come to your location and travel the roads. I've traveled roads in the world that were not secure, and it took everything in our power with a platoon or a team of soldiers to keep ourselves secure with modern equipment, and it was very hard. So if you're going to ask, hey, your buddy, can you come 10 miles and help me because I have a serious security problem or I have a serious medical issue, you're almost signing their death certificate, because it will be that dangerous to travel. So what I'm urging you to do, yes, do those contacts, do those groups, but it's going to come down to the people that are at your physical location. So prepare for that. Can you get another family to be on your property, or 2 families? Or more important, how about your neighbors? If your neighbors are prepping, man, that is like exponentially better for you. If they're not, and they're doing nothing, they're going to be a threat. So that's why you better have a plan for them. You better, how can I help my neighbor, and in return he provides me with some security, with some teamwork, with some neighborhood watch. You might just say, forget the neighbor, he's going to die. He's not going to die. He's going to come looking for food. You're going to have a security problem with him. So if you're in the big cities and you're surrounded by people like that, move now, because I'm not going to feel sorry for you. Well, I will feel sorry for you, but there'll be nothing I can do for you when the crap hits the fan. You will suffer because of your location. In real estate, the number one thing is location, location, and location. Same with prepping. Same with preparedness. You need a location that's safe. And if you can get in a location of country folks, people that garden, people that are self-sufficient, people that take their responsibility to take care of themselves as number one, compared to people that think the government is just going to step in and help me. The power's out. Oh, where's the government? Where's my food? Where's my water? Get out of the cities. Get out of the cities. Get out of the cities. If you're still in the city, because mama said, no, we're not moving. The kids are in a good school. I like it here. I'm so close to Walmart. I'm only 3 miles from the mall. You will pay for that. You will pay for it dearly if we go into a worst case event. I'd rather see you on an acre of land, living in a tiny, tiny little house, and starting to develop a homestead where you could produce something. An acre of land that's flat, you could do so much. Rabbits, chickens, a garden, some fruit trees, blueberries, raspberries. If not, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer terribly being in the cities. The cities are great when things are thriving because you can find good jobs there. But what could be coming down the road? High inflation, maybe hyperinflation, collapse of the dollar. You will suffer. Get out of the cities. So, I hope, being it Sunday, starting the work week on Monday, start making your list of what you need to do. If you're in the city, do what you can. If you honestly can't get out because there's so many restrictions on you, start thinking, what can I do to improve my situation here? If you can get out, but you're just too lazy to fix up the house and get it ready to sell, get motivated, get it sold, get to the country. So many people are going for the country right now. In my area, land comes up, houses come up, they're sold immediately. Just people are jumping on them. Multiple offers higher than asking because people are moving out of the cities. So get out of the cities. Another thing, I want you to make a list. You might have some money in the bank. You might have some money sitting aside, which is good. But if we have hyperinflation, or if we have inflation, high inflation, maybe that money would be better spent in supplies. If you don't have a year's supply of personal hygiene, of all of your cleaning supplies, stuff that will last for a long, long time, you need to get that. You need a year's supply of toilet paper, a year's supply of paper towels, a year's supply of lady products, personal lady products. You need a year's supply of toothpaste, toothbrushes, everything you use, deodorant, soap, hand sanitizer, you name it, a year's supply. It's easy to store. If you're only 2 people or 4 people, find a spot to store that stuff. You are going to be so far ahead if we go into an inflationary period. Look at toilet paper. People were going crazy for it. And I've been pushing toilet paper, showing you how to store it in trash cans, in totes. I'm going to open up a pail. I think it's 10 years old toilet paper, and it's going to be just fine. I'll do a test. I'll give my wife a brand new roll and one that's been in storage, and it's been in storage in an attic space, so it's been high temperatures. But every one I've opened in the past has been fine. You can't even tell the difference. Don't store food up in your attic. Heat is a killer of food. So you might want to take some of that money out that you have put back and get stuff that you're going to use. Don't splurge it on thinking, oh, I need this or this for survival. Stuff you use every day, get it purchased, put it back. In a worst case event, you might have very little time to react. You might have a little bit of window to go shopping to get some other stuff, and that you don't have to worry about that year's supply. You might be able to get other things that you're going to need in the chaos. But I recommend getting everything you can now, if you can afford it, and getting ready, because I see inflation coming. 3 months from now, there could be a 4th stimulus check, a 5th stimulus check, and all that's going to do is make things more expensive for us. Thanks for watching.